So this first video is a review of what we were doing in class before we were so rudely interrupted by plague, which is how to use these fine trig functions to solve triangles, and then I'll do a little bit more on how we find the angles later. So make sure you have this sheet. If you don't, download it from the Google Classroom today. Also posted in Google Classroom today, you're going to find classwork for March 24th, Part A. That's this one that we're working on, and there will be a Part B also. So we're only doing classwork for now. We'll have homework coming eventually. All right, so if I'm looking at this triangle right here and I want to find this x, I have to know what is the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse to the angle that I'm given. Here's my angle that I'm given. If I go across the triangle, I find the opposite side. If I go next to the angle, I find the adjacent side, and if I go across from the right angle, I find the hypotenuse. All right, now I look at the fact that I have an x and a 12, so that's a known and an unknown. They're the opposite and the adjacent, so I need a function with opposite and adjacent. Well, the one that has opposite and adjacent is tangent. Remember, we're only going to use the ones on this side, not the ones on this side. So for this one, we can start by writing the tangent of 24 degrees. Oops, let's try that again. The tangent of 24 degrees is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. Now I can use my calculator to get that tangent of 24 degrees. So remember, here's your calculator. Just turn it sideways, and it changes the scientific calculator. You want to make sure it says rad down here. If it says deg like that, and it says rad up there, you're going to get wrong answers. So you want to make sure that it does not say rad up there, it says rad down there. Okay, so this is good. Now, we want to do the tangent of 24 degrees, so we just go 24, and then we press the button that says tan right there, and we get 0.0349. So we're just going to keep 4 decimal places, 0.0349, and that equals my opposite side, which is x, over my adjacent side, which is 12. So now I just solve this equation. So to solve this equation, when the x is on top, see, I can just multiply both sides by whatever's here on the bottom. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 12. So I can do that on my calculator. I don't have to re-enter this number around it. I can just go times 12 equals. And it tells me a totally wrong number. So let's try that again. If I go 24 degrees tangent, and then I should be able to just go times 12. I think I hit a number wrong, and I get 5.34. We can round our answers to 2 decimal places, so 5.34 equals x. So that's that one. All right. Now I did number 3 first. We're going to go up and do number 1 after that because the algebra is a little different in number 1. So, but I still start. You start on all of these by saying, where's the hypotenuse is easiest to find. It's always across from the right angle. So here's our hypotenuse. Our opposite side is the opposite to the given angle. So there's opposite, and our adjacent side is next to the given angle right there. All right. So then I say, look at your known and your unknown. So that is adjacent and hypotenuse. Which function has adjacent and hypotenuse? Cosine does. All right, so I'm going to start by writing cosine of 72 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So I'll go ahead and do that on my calculator, the cosine of 72 degrees. If I can bring my calculator back up. 72, and I hit cosine, and I get 0.3090, 0.3090, and that equals my adjacent side, which is 6, over my opposite side, over my hypotenuse, which is x. So this is one of those where the x is on the bottom, so the algebra is different when the x is on the bottom. I have to switch these two. I have to switch places with them. So then I have x equals 6 over 0.3090. Now, this is a division problem, so I'm just going to divide. So I probably have to retype the number for that one. 6 divided by 0.3090 equals, and I get 19.417. So that is 19.417. And that's how you do these. So match up the sides, find what the sides are, match them up with the function. If the x is on the top, you're going to multiply. If the x is on the bottom, you're going to divide.